I leave again. And just barely holding on, to be honest. Like, hello guys. What a week it has been. Ooh, a true roller coaster ride of basically me being swamped with work. I have 2 more days to go before we technically hit a deadline, and we're supposed to move to the place. But morning till evening, the grind just keeps on going, and I'm trying to make the best of it. I mean, it's looking to be a little brighter now that the week is over, and I'll probably be able to pull this off. Maybe minus some small bits and pieces that I'm just gonna have to leave for another time when the property is vacant. But other than that, yeah, we should be able to manage to wrap our heads around it, which is always nice. So hopefully the stress will be over soon, and my schedule is just gonna be way more feasible. Like generally have to move some stuff around, get some things delayed for now, like my driving lessons, because oh, let me tell you, I wouldn't be able to wake up first thing before sunrise. It just take 2 hours worth of driving, and then go away for an entire day of work till late evening. That would have just they would probably knock me out easily. But yeah, let's move that out of the way for now and focus on a little bit of positivity, which is video games. Yay! I can't really do anything too involving tonight because my brain is still in recharge mode essentially. So any like higher brain functions, they may still be lacking a little bit. So we'll do. The best way to put it is a grab bag of smaller games that have been lying around my Steam library for a while now. I mean, it's been a hot minute since I've pulled out the Museum of Oddities. So, for those tuning in for the first time, it's essentially a panel where we just focus on some small, mostly indie releases that are a little off kilter and not like the usual games that float about the industry, preferably on the obscure side, but they tend to be novel in terms of ideas and execution, so they might leave a memorable impression. Oh, excuse me, something in my throat. I know what will be the remedy. I'll sip of Monster Energy. So we're gonna start off with something that's been in my backlog for as long as I can remember, honestly. Triple dash CODA. A surrealist exploration game with 4 diverse chapters that each tell unique stories connected by a surreal museum. Take a peek through the looking glass and wonder. So, we're going to the museum again, boys, but not for a full feature length. That's a throwback to the last Museum Vardy stream where we had a look at a fool's art gallery, which was a pretty neat exhibition. This was made by someone called Finn Devi and released in 2023 to generally positive reviews. Now, this person also made another game called Aleph, stylized in the same way as CODA. Visually very similar to the first game, so chances are, if I like this enough, there will be a follow-up with Aleph, but we'll see. So, without further ado and me rambling nonsense and just yapping, which I know you're all here for it. It's certainly not for my quote-unquote skills in video games. Non-existent, by the way. Oh, great. See, I booted this up earlier to make sure that upon launching the game again, they would be properly aligned with my stream window. But no, sir, it had to reset. An experience by Finn Davey. Interactive peek through the looking glass. Well, this is already looking stylistically bold. Please press E to close the tray. A buzzing screech subsides. You see a museum fade into your view as CODA engages. Want to go inside. So you have something called visual, social, and cranial in the UI. Quite easily. It's probably gonna be stretched to say this is one of those games that is gonna rattle your thinking organ. Just you know, a little bit. Provide some audio-visual stimuli. I mean, I'm pressing one. Oh, maybe on the screen itself, not at the keyboard. Location, year, and name unknown. Who are you, my good sir? Can I, like, talk to you? Welcome to the petri dish of low expectations, the wake of lost dreams. Say thank you or ignore. Well, let's be polite. Your kindness warms Robert's soul. It's kind of like playing a GBA game, in a sense, with how squished, crusty, and grayish the visuals are. Alright, what we got? Question mark exhibit, CS Cafe, at sculptures, and then this dash is painting. Well, that's cool and all, but I'm gonna get lost either way, so don't trust my navigational skills. Consumer Cafe, Nectar of Knowledge. That's not creepy at all. Eesh. Please come out when you have fully engaged with each exhibit. We can enjoy a coffee together then. But what if I need caffeine now to wake up and truly appreciate whatever this place has in store for me? Oh shit. It's just like Super Mario 64. I'm inside the painting. Who would have known we've gone pretty little with the whole engaging with art part? Show me the backwards log jump. I don't know if there's support for this mechanic here. But I do like whenever the game tries to emulate the Mario 64 gameplay loop. They always give you like a little bit of set piece specifically made for a backwards long jump, even if it's just a staircase. Oh, I know that's gonna fuck with the big rate. That's gonna look amazing on Twitch and later on YouTube. Well, once it's processed in HD, it won't be as bad, but Broadcasting live. Oh, that's a different story altogether. You know, this part in particular reminds me of the finale in Cruelty Squad, the last level, where after going through that castle bit, you have to make like a plunge into the depths, but you can't really see shit, and that is easily the scariest part of that map. Because if you don't know what's coming up ahead, you can die easily. And then it's all the way back at the beginning. I am so looking forward to playing the spiritual successor from Consumer Self Products. It's gonna be Kino, and you know it. Interestingly, we can really interact with these paintings. They do look like something you would draw on that GBA feature that will let you do like very basic images. Okay. This one's a little LSD Dream emulator in nature. The one striking resemblance is this particular texture. Very much like what we see in the more trippy segments of the dreamscape. Wow, a painting where I actually can see further than a few steps away from me. Doesn't seem like you're meant to really be doing anything besides just taking it all in, which, I mean, fine by me. Have we gone to this one already, or nope? Something, industrialism bad, turning the planet into a wasteland. See, I'm good at these things. Why, I could be a video game writer myself. All I gotta do is put a couple of buzzwords in, and then present how capitalism bad, and how we're living in a society, and you're good to go. Just watch those dollars roll in. Yo. That's pretty cool. That is genuinely like a scene you would see in a dream. All of these appear to be very small, self-contained spaces where, as far as I can tell, there's nothing really to interact with. So you don't pick up items, so you don't click on things. It's just, yeah, just pretty much admiring what each scenery has to offer. Hello there. Fancy seeing you again. Just ending already. I actually thought that was a good... Oh. Oh shit, there's another layer to this place. Huh. Well, I mean, there's no way but down, but, that got me a little off guard. Pretty cool. Makes you wonder. There's, more little secrets as such. Oh? Okay. I hope my buddy Full is enjoying Atelier Ryza. That was a fun game in the trilogy that I still need to get back to at some point. Could skip the second game if I wanted, because I think they're still on a sale. But I don't know if I want to jump into another RPG, especially since I already have one underway, which I kind of put on hold anyway, because I've had the itch to play Heroes of Might and Magic 3 again. Just, you know, embracing my Slavic roots. Well, be damned, another human being here, who's not a receptionist or the cafeteria man. Thank you for coming to the museum. You're more valiant than most, my friend. I mean, I don't know why this place is more packed, considering that you can actually enter the artwork and get a whole more value out of your entry fee. Guys, wouldn't it be cool if that was the next logical evolution process of like art galleries? You actually reach a point where you can just enter the art piece in like a whole 3D realm. That's probably what the future holds.
What is DHC glitch? That means you can do a combo into another combo with a super, but that combo is not landing any combo. But when he knocked down is still a combo. You understand?
Yeah, what's up, Ryan? You know, that made me think of that guy at CEO who entered Tekken while dressed as Dr. Doom, washed everyone, and then threw toilet paper at the commentators. It was like, y'all ain't shit. And mind you, as far as I understand, the commentary crew was going along with it, but it's the TOs that disqualified the guy. Coming out like a real doomer for real. We need more icons like that in the FGC, positive ones. Ooh, hello there. Unknown glacier, Norway, the year 2000, named Logan Chesterfield. Is this just gonna turn into the thing? The glacier has been melting at a rapid rate. I fear that our outpost is going to sink underwater in mere days. I'm going to stake out our trail to higher ground. I'll leave radios behind, call me at every one to ensure we're okay. Stay safe, my love. I know these are meant to be blocky monitors, but they just look like mini toilets instead. Something over yonder in the distance. I don't think I can head that way though. Unless there's another exit here. There we go. What is this? Broadcast tower? I have found the cave. We'll hide in here until help arrives. I wonder what we were chasing coming out here, and why I ever tagged along in the first place. Signing off. Well, whatever it is that you guys found, we are about to unearth it. Sure it's gonna go swimmingly. No way it could backfire on us. And then horribly. With a gruesome death. Unleashing unspeakable evil upon the world. And all that jazz. I'm starting to feel a pang of disgust as the cold sets in. I felt crazy for thinking you were good enough for me. Going on this expedition was merely a ploy to distract me. You just didn't want me to leave quicker. Signing off. What am I even holding in my hand? Like flashlight? Oh yeah, you can't really see that all well, but there is like a light reticule around the cursor. I have radio for help. The second we get back to the mainland, you won't be hearing from me. Maybe you should stay out here isolated forever. Lord knows you'll be alone that long when we get back. Someone really doesn't like this dude. What did he ever do to you? Besides asking to come out far up north Norway into the frozen hell. Gotta say, I'm intrigued, because at first glance it would appear that it will be very short stimuli once you hit each painting, but now we actually got a more fleshed out sequence. Oh, and it didn't register with me earlier, but we do have a jump button now available, which is more than well, the control scheme originally appeared to be. One complaint I have though: good luck making out the shape of platforms when everything just blends together. If we made these ice blocks a little more distinct by giving them a darker shade, maybe. But once you're up close, perspective just kind of starts messing with your sight. I guess we're not going back. It's a one-way trip. Ooh. Location, Sacramento, USA. A year prior, and was through Mr. Logan Chesterfield. I swear, teaching students is getting old. I feel like I'm back in graduate school. What are you up to? Say nothing much. I was teaching an issue do. I mean, you don't enjoy your comfortable office. It's so sterile. And when I come, you act like I have it easy. I mean, when was the last time you had to stare at your computer for 8 hours straight? Say, I'd rather sit in the air-conditioned office than be on the side doing research. What you call interesting, I call backbreaking. I'm just gonna put my Steam at offline mode. Because it's one thing if I... people my friends are up to, but once the prompt starts covering the UI, that becomes a slight issue. I'd rather have a broken back and see the sun than be locked away in a dungeon with golden handcuffs. Say, okay, I see. I mean, don't you have any empathy? God, I feel like you just try to survive every problem and don't actually fix it. Jesus Christ, just stop complaining. Don't you know you're in the top 1% of wealthiest humans ever? Stop bothering me. No, please. I'm sorry. Listen, I know research we can do together that the department head wants me to do. It's next winter on a northern glacier. Will that fix this? Well, in hindsight, we know it didn't fix anything. So, sucks to be you guys. Maybe you should seek therapy instead. Go one of those couple sessions together. Then again, if seclusion out in the cold waste can't fix your problems in a one-on-one scenario, I don't know what will. Holy shit. Oh, look at that. That's a neat visual effect. I am entering the void. Location known, 1972. Sage Rogers. So it appears right from a plane crash. In the middle of the woods. And here's I don't know. I know I made a Cruelty Squad reference earlier, but holy shit. Some of this is like genuine level design from said game. Like, here's an overlook on the rest of the map, where you can snipe some enemies from. I feel like I'm someone's Minecraft base under construction with how this is set up. Hello, what do we have here? None of the pages have readable text. That's unfortunate. One page says, every time I see her, my heart flutters. She is my muse for this machine. Machine, you say? It's gonna be one of those fancy miscontraptions, isn't it? Look, as long as I don't have to play a very tight musical sequence in order to move the submarine, we'll be fine. Yes, I'm still kinda salty about that puzzle because, oh boy, is it like key sensitive. The only legible page reads, I see smoke rising from the east. I know that my time to finish it is limited, and they will destroy it. Okay, but, well, why build a maze specifically? It's cool and all, but I fail to see the practical purpose of it. Unless you just want to confuse interlopers such as myself. Various pages detail a mechanical brain being developed. Oh no, guys. He's working AI. Stop him before the prompts get out of hand. Like, I will admit that the latest advancements in AI generated art specifically are kind of horrifying in a way, because it's generally becoming more difficult to distinguish AI made content from actual human being work. But it's still funny to me that only a couple of years prior, we were on a deformed Will Smith eating spaghetti, which has now been pretty much perfected to the point where you could pass that as actual footage. But also, I think it was a fairly recent video I watched where a dude presented multiple cases of a trolley problem. You know, the one where you're asked to potentially pull a lever, and based on that, you might have to trade off some human lives for another, and it's one of those let's analyze your morality scenarios. So the dude had a bunch of AIs sit down and analyze each kind of scenario, and the disregard some had for human life in order to make it as efficient as possible was... Oh man. I don't think I necessarily want machines to look after my well-being in the future. Strange mathematical writings litter the pages. Unfortunately, I'm too dumb to even attempt deciphering math, so I'm gonna get nothing out of it. Oh shit! Ah, too bad. No fall damage. There's at least one more book I saw further above. Besides me playing Heroes 3 this week to pass my off time, specifically the Armageddon's Blade expansion pack, so the more difficult missions. Almost done through one scenario, so I'm getting to the real difficult nuts to crack when it comes to micromanagement and dealing with AI, or would you call it back in the computer tomfoolery? Yeah. We didn't call that artificial intelligence back in my days. It was, I'm playing against the computer. Yes, the whole machine itself is working against me. Other than that, I did have, of course, YouTube, the classic staple, in case you want to just not think for a while and enjoy some audio-visual stimuli. And I will say, I can't thank Wendy good enough for putting out that almost 5-hour-long Call of Duty Modern Warfare series analysis. Let me tell you this straight up. I haven't played any of those games, and that actually added into the experience, because I had no idea they went that hard with the storylines. Like, holy shit, you think like Call of Duty and, oh, it's just gonna be another generic war shooter, sure, but those games just get super crazy the deeper you get, and like, you wouldn't expect Paris to get attacked by a highly poisonous substance that kills off almost the entire population, or Russia invades the United States and the whole of DC is burning on top of a couple of other major cities. It's even wacky when you think how tame they start off with, because they're like, oh, here you are in the Middle East, and it's just, you know, dealing with terrorists, saving some hostages, par for the core. But then needs to go on. Whoa, Nelly. One page says, I keep running into issues with managing the water leaks. Thankfully, she has kept me grounded. I know that in terms of modern war shooters, people have been praising Spec Ops: The Line a lot. Apparently it goes really dark and heavy with its narrative. So I am inclined to check at some point myself. Talking about Modern Warfare's story, just seems like such an absurd idea on paper. Because, let's say with Halo, right? Which, again, that's another first-person shooter series that's mostly recognized for the multiplayer aspect, but you can isolate the campaigns and then go on how cool it is for Master Chief to deal with the aliens, and there's some nuances to it. The whole biblical iconography and references from throughout, so that's fun to like take apart, analyze, and get the deeper meaning out of it. Modern Warfare, on the flip side, you'd think that'd be more self-contained and by the numbers. So I'm glad that those guys went absolutely bonkers as the trilogy went on and just said, fuck it, let's make the best, most corny action war movie possible in video game format. One patch says, I saw them coming. They pillaged and took everything. I hope they never find my masterwork. This has certainly been going on for a while now. Even more intricate than the Norway expedition. Was the most platforming I've had to put up yet. And here's something straight out of Mandela catalogs, as far as I'm concerned. That ain't no angel, let me tell ya. It's one of them, as we call them, alternates. Who are you, wanderer? Say, a pilot plane crashed. An adventurer entered the temple looking for treasure. Appreciating eyes for your art? I'm not sure anymore. We actually get branching dialogue for once. How about we be a little more mystical? Appreciating eyes for your art. Interesting. Regardless, I have a big favor to ask considering how long it's been between visitors. What do you want exactly? I am not sure what plane of our realm I exist in, but I have been here for what feels like centuries. The writings of my love are scattered across her masterwork. This machine that you have scaled, please retrieve them for me. Her memory lingers on my mind, like water on a floodplain, ever since our society was struck down. I will see what I can do. There should be 8 books of her writings. Eternal thanks. Now the issue is, I haven't actually kept track of how many I've picked up. Nothing here. Oh, you see it over there in the distance? Someone's a peeping Tom. Now On the flip side, the good news about being so high up is we get a good view on the layout we did already traverse. So there's a good possibility I could spy whatever books I'm missing from up here. Quite a fair bit of them. I would wager I'm missing maybe one or two at this point. We already found one in the maze, so I wouldn't expect there to be another one. That particular area. Despite what it seems like, this isn't like a humongous interior. By that I mean I don't necessarily referring to the scale, but it's more like how much can you physically navigate? Well, this is certainly new. And jackpot. Various diagrams are scattered across the pages. The math is too complex for you to understand. You could have just said basic math and the outcome would have been the same. It was always more about art and history in my days of education, as you'd say. Whenever science classes would come up, be it math, physics, chemistry, I would be the resident sleeper. And it's fine to think that I eventually ended up working as an electrician, which does require some competence in the field of physics. Thing is, though, academic level of leaning into studying physics is way different than learning the bare bones required to work as a certified electrician. If you want to go the extra mile, understand the theories and dissect electrics from a purely scientific standpoint to get a better idea how the processes function and how things come to be from an atom level at this point, sure. But in principle, as long as you know the basics and can put that into practice to make a working installation, you're good to go. And that's basically where I'm sitting. I do find it curious, sure, but not to the point where I'd be super involved trying to wrap my head around it. Well, Mr. Angel, I found another scripture. Is that all that you need? Hey. I have yearned for her, for these works, for her memory, for years. For her assistance in reuniting us, allow us to both ascend from this realm. What the fuck is this texture? It kinda looks like Hideki Kamiya from a certain angle. You see that? Oh no. He banned me so hard I end up in the Shadow Realm. He's such a funny guy to me, because he was playing Hotshot for all these years. And mind you, it is an established video game developer, sure, with a lot of achievements on his plate. I am not denying Mr. Kamiya that much. However, it is a hilarious twist of fate that he ended up crawling back to Capcom so he could work on Okami 2. Not so subtle now, are we, with the title drop? Game's building self-awareness. It's becoming a parody of itself. Oh man, going on from what I just brought up. You gotta admit, the man picked the right time to jump ship from Platinum, considering how far, or rather how low, the king has fallen. Nier Automata was like their last decent game. And it was just a rapid decline. A Babylon's fall, if you will. Hey. And mind you, with Automata in particular, Platinum's achievement there was they made a combat system that was more fun and competent than what Yoko Taro's studio would be able to churn out. But by Platinum standards alone, Automata was still a subpar game from a combat mechanic perspective. Put that side by side by Metal Gear Rising, probably my favorite game of theirs, or even Bayonetta. Say the first one. And you will see just how much more Nier Automata could have been. And you can't help but feel mad that they didn't go an extra mile. As is, the game itself has a fantastic story to offer, good world building upon the Nier universe, but only and only decent gameplay. Nothing memorable for sure. Hey, what's up, Golden? How you been doing, buddy? It's nice to see you around again. After my week's worth of break from streaming. I'm hoping that by midweek, when we're supposed to move out of the property and take our stuff, I will be able to broadcast more frequently, but I still might take a little more time off just to rest, hit the gym, recharge mentally from all the stress and physical hardship, and just hop back with a lengthier Morrowind stream. I know we're kind of shafting Hexen too potentially with that, but it is what it is, and that game can wait. It's not running away anywhere. Rest assured. Hello, Mr. Man from the museum, whose name I don't even know. The metaphorical sausage being made isn't pretty, and often the people snooping around aren't either. I mean, it's okay, you probably got here by accident. I sure have made my fair share of mistakes. I've been neglecting you after all. I'll try to be more open. Just keep lurking around as usual, and I have more for you. I've just been going through something. Thank you for your patience. In case you haven't caught, that guy's name was Finn, as in same as the video game developer. Bit of a self-insert, much? So that's 2 big areas that we found from walking around this museum. Now that, on the other hand, talking about celebrities, it's just a sideways Ringo Starr. Peace and love. Funny we should see Ringo, considering I've watched that legendary meme upon clip of him closing off fan mail in the most pretending not to be annoyed fashion, while also being a dick about it. You will descend to the Ouroboros, the apex of recursive greed. Fall to the snake that stands before you. Oh, snap. We are 3 years ahead in the future. In New York, USA, playing as Robert Arndt, and here's Sigmund Freud, for some reason. Hello, Mr. Arndt. You told my manager's boss that you needed to speak to me. Yes, I'm afraid. I see. What is going on? I don't think it's due time for our yearly review, is it? We need to talk about your profitability, Rich. Your numbers aren't looking as good as of recent, Rich. Both of these come off as condescending. The second one coming off as more foreboding. We need to talk about your profitability, Rich. Oh. Well, I guess I'm not as fast as I used to be. Listen, we care at this company. We are a family and we want the best for you. Profit is not only motive, just the first and foremost. That's acceptable. We do understand our employees begin to expire. We still see you as having value. I mean, again, neither of these will uplift the guy. Also, saying someone's about to expire, it's not the most careful choice of words now, is it? Yes, yes. What does it mean for me, though? What does it mean for my family? Did you not hear me? We care about you. You know we always want the best for everyone, Rich. I believe you, but am I getting fired? Your presence is no longer needed. You can volunteer for your time here through our X-Corp Cares program if you wish. Yes, you seem as profitable as we hired new flesh for your position. Let's go with the first one. This is ridiculous. I mean, I've slaved worked for years just to be fired at old age. Why, I'll have to work at X-Corp Mart until I die, for God's sake, if you let me go. You will be more profitable in that position. We love all our dominions, regardless of their role in the company. Do you not understand? I will die working. I still can't pay off my loans to this damn company. One of the key pillars of a company, code is hard work after all. Just rub it in his face. Or... Christ, what will my wife think? She had to go back to work too. We offer financial advising for this kind of fee if you like. Now please refrain from emoting. It is unprofessional. Sad emoji. You should have worked harder and maybe you wouldn't be in this position. Now please leave my office. Now listen here, listen close before I have you escorted away and blacklisted from all X-Corp facilities. Stop crying, you leech. Men like me would never do such a thing. Workers like you are simply thinking of true pioneers like me. We are pure. Creatures here are mere ants beneath our feet. Oh, now we're really taking the mask off. Is it the same mask as we've seen across different paintings, though? Huh? As for you, your wife, your entire class, you're all the same, mindless drones of little worth to anyone. Well, men like me are brilliant, with no end and no one to control us. Flowers unceasingly in bloom. Patrick Bateman, if he locked in much. Now get on my sight. Speaking of the mask. Oh. Oh. Creepy. We've seen this picture in the gallery. If it's the same one where we see the mask for the first time, that would be a good throwback. Hello, Mr. Ron. How are we doing today? I'm doing fantastically. Smile with the intensity of 1,000 suns while nodding. Oh, that is so wonderful. As I'm sure you know, positivity is the X-Corp way. What is the market looking like? We felt so good to make our family more efficient today. Morse wants from the meat grinder. I'm going to be heading out to dinner at Timmermans with Victoria. Redirect any calls to me for the time being. Speaking of American Psycho. That sounds lovely. I hope you have a luxurious night, Mr. Arn. Thank you. Yes, I was planning. Before you leave, I was given this letter by some strange man who looked to be homeless. He instructed me not to open it and simply give it to you. Here it is. The note reads in bold black Helvetica text on glossy off-white paper. Dear Mr. Arn, your presence is requested at 325 Rogers Avenue in the Industrial District immediately. If this letter is not complied to it, it will result in the expiration of your position with X-Corp. Before arriving, please dispose of any electronic devices. This meeting must remain unmonitored. Pay no mind to junk mail like this. I should be getting on my way. Have a lovely night. Two whole frames of animation with a elevator door opening. That's all you need. See something in the corner, but can't really reach it from here. What gives? Clearly an invisible wall is blocking me. Could be a ruse. Or we will get there eventually. I mean, on the off chance that there's a way to glitch myself into that corner, be it accidentally or as intended by the dev, I'm still gonna have to look around. But nothing strikes me as unusual, worth inspecting. Haven't been to New York yet, but I imagine this is a close approximation of what the city looks like. If anything, I'm getting RoboCop vibes thus far. Wait a minute, it's supposed to be New York, not Detroit. Sir, if you have anything you don't need, may I have it? Look upon the man with disgust. The man moans in pain of both hunger and spirit. Everywhere I go, I keep seeing the same face over and over, haunting me. Yo, the money store? Where you buy money with money? Holy smokes. That's just a cash exchange store, though. This silhouette is so damn creepy in the art style. Go to the boss, you weasel. Hello, boss. So here comes in the big man, the alpha male, the titan of the industry. You really think you are those things, don't you? You think you're in charge of your underlings. To us, you're all sex to me anyway. What do you want? Why do you want me here? Expect some professionalism. I'm in charge. What are you on about? You're on a couple steps up the ladder from me. Ah, shut the fuck up and stop wasting my time. No one's in control unless you're at the top, you clown. I want you here because your usefulness to X-Corp has expired. Listen, you've been in my position before when dealing with the sheep. How did you follow the instructions on the note and get rid of your phone and wallet? No, I mean, that'd be ridiculous for a... Go give it to one of the bums out there. You don't have a choice in the matter, Mr. Arn. Oh, I didn't even notice this dude before. Don't look at me, little worm. I mean, there was this guy right here and asked me if I had anything to spare. Wait, what? You aren't trying to set me up, are you? This is some sort of joke. Consider it a handout. Lord knows you people get enough of them. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Don't spend it all. Should we have raise our contacts first before handing over the phone? Nah, that'd be the sensible thing to do. Your cooperation is appreciated as much as your presence lamented. You're welcome. I really do want you to know this, Mr. Ron. Those bums out there, you're just like them. In what way? I mean, I've spent my life in glass towers while they rot in dirty concrete. Even I could be like them. I'm just good at playing the game. You, just like those people littering the pavement out there, are not. You are a leech. Oh, don't be sad. You're a mere actor in the play. You are to be the loser, the freak, the victim of a larger system, while I am the protagonist. And in this play, your role is finished. Your story already written. Your ending predetermined. Says you. You feel a wet rag cover your mouth. Fall into the darkness and ponder. Thanks for not murdering me outright, I guess. Question is, where are we? Hello again, boss. You have a very long hallway leading to your office? Question mark? You hear the ricochet of metal from behind you and a loud bang. Blackness and void fill your existence. Fall further. So much for not killing me on the spot. Could we head back to the cafeteria now? We've done 3 scenarios. You should probably check the map and see how much ground we've covered. We haven't really entered sculptures, have we? Alright, that's a clear indicator that we're not done yet. Sculptures. There we go. Well, clearly, we're gonna go with the Alpha Chad statue. The roads of life travel across these lands unceasingly. They have for as long as I have stood. As I rest behind these walls, the truth lies out amongst the concrete and steel. Their Malboy bones resting, My paint history have faded to allow a plain white exterior to rest unquestioned. Iraq in the year minus 3052. And we play as, Aleph. That's the name of the sequel title. It's all connected. Is it though? We'll only know if I decide to try to follow up. At first, as humans graced the land, roads developed to connect us to our brothers and sisters. They were the veins of community. Alright, we've jumped in time by approximately 4,000 years. Yeah, just a everyday occurrence. Business as usual. What do you mean to tell me you don't time hop through millennia untold on the regular? Sounds like a skill issue to me. Soon these roads connected different societies. The mosaic of humanity flourished as the roads spread between varied lands. Mosaic. I know that caught Diane's interest. Wink wink. Nebraska, USA, 1897. Husks of metal soon glanced across these roads, adding more brevity. They housed a communal setting where humans would travel amongst each other. 1998, Florida, USA. We're getting a miniature Discovery Channel documentary on the ways communication advanced in mankind. The weight of capital soon ripped apart this communal notion. Humans became stuck alone in metal boxes. They ruined and pillaged the land to build bigger roads for these boxes. Said boxes did not offer them freedom, but 1 billion small jail cells that wish to die. Guys, I was gently joking earlier about capital is bad, and now it's actually becoming a major plot point in the story. Well, I'll be damned. That was another bite-sized experience compared to the other story sections we've engaged with. For all analog horror enthusiasts out there, David Kilroy uploaded a new with the Carnus episode a couple of days ago. It's one of those creature features where the focus is on two particular Viticarnus species and more about the way they function and act. Really, really good. Big fan of the Host of Influence. One of my favorite Viticarnus entities. I wouldn't say this tops the Hunt for the Mimic, which was the video before that. That's probably still my favorite of them all, but this one comes pretty close. genuinely a good series overall. My top would be the Greylock tapes, just because of the insane levels of editing and the special effects. Plus, it's genuinely gruesome at parts. Like, whew, puts put your hairs on end. That's for sure. Regrettably, though, there hasn't been any updates to it. So I'm wondering whether that's because the creator went on a hiatus or the series just discontinued. I mean, I hope it's the former. Be a damn shame if it got scrapped for whatever reason. And look, horror in general, from what I've noticed at least, seems to have lost its traction. Definitely not as popular as it was a couple of years ago. The mainstay series are still there, of course. As in, Mandela Catalog still receives regular updates along with whatever other side project Alex Kilster is working on, which is quite a bit. I do respect that lad's commitment to branch off and experiment with new ideas. Sort of pertaining to it, but not exactly. The Backrooms feature film has pretty much been confirmed. It's gonna start. It's gonna go into production summer this year, with Kane Parsons helming the direction of it, which is awesome. It is insane to me that a 19-year-old, someone half of my age, mind you, is already moving on so far in the world, and you know what, good for him. I only wish the young man all the best, and I hope he kills it with that movie. All you gotta do is give that boy a good budget, creative freedom, and you got yourself a recipe for success. Only worry you could possibly have is this is gonna be very long format compared to even some of his longest works. If memory serves, he hasn't really done anything like over an hour in length, but I believe in him. That kid can definitely pull it off. Alrighty, we're not done yet. Where haven't I been then? Easiest way to determine is if I start from here and then just loop around as such. I'm not sure if this accommodates all the other floors, because it's definitely not a straight walk as this map presents it, and there's staircases that I don't see marked out here. focus our attention on the rooms here. We definitely haven't landed in this painting, figuratively and literally. I would have remembered this massive drop. Hey. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna do that. These are legendary Dragon Balls I've heard so much about. But there was supposed to be 7 of them. I mean, if you're gonna say something... A beautiful angle. Now it just looks like a meme image. I haven't been here. Jumped into it from another painting, in fact. Are they getting closer? It genuinely looked like one of the masks was steadily moving on. Any minute now, I'm gonna turn around and there's gonna be one of them in the distance. We've been here for the Northern Expedition. And when you say interact with all exhibits, does that mean jumping into every single painting or just focusing on the long format side quests? It shouldn't be too difficult, considering these are very small, not lengthy at all. Only issue is tracking your progress. You just can't really see what you already interacted with before. So again, I have to make some wild guesses sometimes. Does this make you a little faster, believe it or not? Oh, hey. What's going on here? Gobi Desert, China. 2122 Prospero. Who is this Grimlow? I feel alone in groups. The noises serve as a sea of doubts for me to drown in. My whole life I've been walking downhill. I can't stomach looking up again. That's fine and all, but what does this have to do with the Gobi Desert in China? I'm afraid of being lost at sea, but I keep smashing my compass. I crave isolation and fear it religiously. The human support structure is rusted beyond repair, but you all will still treat me like a bridge. Playing this like Half-Life. Will another night being laughed at by my peers make me feel loved and respected? Will another wage earned make life worth living? I don't know. I'm just here for the experience, and you're asking me all these existential questions like I'm supposed to be your psychologist? Will that information affirm your existence in my head? Speedrunning CODA. The only time I have alone is walking home to my apartment. Every time I'm alone, I cry. I don't like it. Oh, saw something. Jenny thought the game glitched for a moment because of all my bunny hopping nonsense. There it is again. Alright, buddy. You better start answering some questions, otherwise... The truth hurts, doesn't it? Absolve yourself. That didn't really tell me anything. I did get an achievement out of it, though. If it counts for anything. speaking of, how many chivos are there? We got 5 out of 6, believe it or not. So I am this close to 100% in the game. Good. Here is your coffee, my friend. Which exhibit did you like to the most? The one with the temple, the one that took place in the city, the one in the glacier, the one in the desert. If I'm gonna be honest with it, I probably liked the one in the temple. Just because it was like a more traditional indie game experience where you find the quote-unquote missing pages, do a bit of platforming and rudimentary exploration, but it still tries to craft some kind of a narrative through the pickups, plus the NPC we talked to at the end, so it was fine. Oh, interesting, you must be a melancholic soul. Sip coffee. You know, I really feel that. Please press E to re-enter the physical realm. The Deemcast.
Heathcliff, he's the one. Before the memes and Monday fun. Garfield's fine, but here's the thing. Heathcliff is the true Orange King.
Keep telling yourself that, Ronan. No one cares about Heathcliff. Heathcliff has not been relevant since... when did the cartoon even came out? Exactly. You hear the console's drive screech as the fans ramp up. CODA freezes. You sense the chirping of birds and spring weather. You wonder how the fresh air would feel on your face. You have completed CODA. Go outside. I mean, I could. It's a lovely evening out there, and it's starting to feel summer coming in hot. I sit here after watching you throughout each exhibit. I ponder your motives and why you saw fit to act as you did in each. Were you a mere actor playing a role or something more? Perhaps we are all just actors on this broken stage known as Earth. Regardless, we barrel forward. Accept this. Thank you for playing. Please remember this game when you feel lost. Kindly leave. And the game just shut on its own. Well... I'm gonna say that was neat. For under 2 hours compact experience, it had some interesting visuals. It got a little pretentious, especially with the quote-unquote capitalism bad. That felt too ham-fisted in my opinion. But when we was just going through weird environments, that's when it shined the most. So overall, I will give this a thumbs up. And I will look into Aleph, the other game from the same dev. Which I suppose I should probably add that to my wish list, I don't forget. One place that has been corrupted by capitalism. Space. You know, I love the fact that Tim Burton visibly cracks. There we go. Add to wish list. It's currently around $8. Aleph only has 3 user reviews compared to CODA. So, yeah, what I was saying, if I kind of lost track of what was going. I call him Turb Bird, but it now just clicked with me. Tim Curry. I love the fact that Tim Curry, during that particular cutscene in Red Alert, just almost goes out of character for once and bursts into laughter before remembering the camera's on. So he still tries to stay within the realm of compose, but he's like inches away from just absolutely losing it. And that's why I love the guy so much. Right, so that was CODA, and we're gonna move on to the next feature of the night, which is a game that I bought like a week ago on a whim, because it randomly showed on my activity feed from one of my friends. It is called Liminal Lane. And that's how you know that it is shunt core at its finest, because liminal. That's all you need to get my attention. Actually, does this game even have a Twitch category? Liminal Lance, Liminal Game, Liminal Ranger, Liminal Leap. There's a bunch of them, but not specifically what I'm looking for. We might have to put something else here. Like a more general category. I could just throw in the retro, to be honest. Yeah, that's kind of a problem of streaming a bundle of games like this, especially titles on the lower end of the spectrum, going under the radar, which don't have major audience. There's something called Weird Dreams. But they might be referring to like a more concrete title. I kind of wish there were more like general categories to throw for your streams. They'll definitely make this whole experience easier. Yeah, give me a minute. I'm just gonna experiment a little more. Weirdly enough, I'm putting in the retro category, but it's giving me liminal instead in my search results. It's kind of crazy. I was looking at retro moments ago. The hell? Games and demos? You know what, Fair? I just got a warning. This is much rated video game might be suitable for some viewers. Odd, considering we're talking about a general category here, but fair. Alright, let's find a liminal lane. This one's made in Unity, so you know that's a seal of quality right there. I mean, it may or not be. That remains to be seen. It's more so that with Unity titles, you either get pure gold or silver. And that's putting it generously. Right, Liminal Lane. Came out March 20th this year, so pretty much fresh off the presses by Revicom Studios. Their only game. Welcome to Liminal Lane, a short single-player first-person atmospheric walking simulator, a nostalgic, surreal experience exploring liminal spaces. Uncover the secrets of Liminal Lane and escape the lucid dreams and haunting nightmares. There's a lot of catchy phrases, but you don't need to sell me more than you have already. Yo, we're starting off with the movie theater carpet. Let's go. See, if I was a real cool kid, I would have this instead of wood paneling. Good taste. Good taste. Unfortunately, these are too low texture to make out what else this young man listens to. Or lady. We don't know that exactly. I would be actually amazed if I could make out any movies based on the cover alone, so squished in the low res. Are those fuck, what were they called? Those collectible thingamabobs. Pogs. That's right. I remember those. What a throwback. And you're not wrong, Frosty. This was baby's first PC. Whole 640 kilobytes. A Boglin. Hang on, let me look that up. Why does that sound so familiar? Goblin themed hand puppets. Ah, yeah, these things. They're so creepy looking, like little pain elementals. Yo, what's up, Dine? See, this is the optimal gamer setup. You just won't understand. This is how you get peak performance, because your keyboard and mouse go on the bottom layer. This is where you put your Monster Energy drink. This is the monitor stand. What anime was on the TV? Whoa. Hey. Hey now. What are the odds? Most of this is AI art. Probably the case, but well. I long for these days. I'm just staring into the sunset. the no texture in 64. We don't need graphics. If there was an anime on the TV, we are certainly not cycling into it. A good boy, for sure. There's a very good chance that this might be based on the creator's bedroom. Which, if so, man, you had a really cool setup. I do remember when I used to hang posters around my room. I did have Fallout 2 one. I did have the Middle Earth, Lord of the Rings map. among like the most prominent features. You could tell me this was promo material for Red Dead Redemption. I would believe you. But no, it's an actual art piece by Adam. Can't make out the family name, but gorgeous nonetheless. Oh, this is by the same person. What about this image? It's actually cover up something. Whoa, wait up. Wait up. This is like Dexter's Laboratory, except Liminal. Oh, hey Emily, I haven't seen you in what feels like forever. How you been doing? Engineer Stunnings's kicking your ass. Godspeed. I am long past the part of my life where education was my main concern. This will not stop me because I don't know how to read. And oh boy. We're already getting smacked hard in the head with some astonishing atmospheric set pieces. Like, man, that's beautiful. Funny you should ask, Golden. I've contemplated putting on Dream Barbecue, maybe even tonight, but since we're already 2 hours in, and besides the Liminal Lane, I have another game I want to get to. That one we'll probably leave for another time. I have played Super Liminal. Great puzzle game. Oh, I'm sure some of these environments are gonna get you guys super nostalgic because you will see like this particular TV or the sofa and be like, damn, I remember that from my grandparents' house. With me or Emily, considering we are Polish, it would have to be a sort of different interior with elements pertaining to post-Soviet architecture and design. But even then, we can relate on a spiritual level. Some trends and modes just surpass cultural boundaries. Yeah, exactly. It's that kind of 50s aesthetic, typical for America, booming in economy and culture after the Second World War. That depends on which part of the States, because I did see in my time with Junkyard when I was staying over in Virginia and went to the suburbs, there was some housing that resembled this a little bit, but well, from my time living in the UK, yeah, I will agree. You will definitely see more of this kind of closely attached housing, more prevalent than anywhere else. The music, it certainly fits the whole we're going for a chill, comfy kind of aesthetic. But considering we were painting a more nostalgia Beatty trip, yeah, I would have picked something a little different here. There's a little more to these areas because if you look into the interiors, there's seemingly more on the inside, but chances are they're just empty spaces to give you the illusion of fully furnished housing. Chill piece to explore the middle spaces too, exactly. I bet you anything someone made a playlist like that. At least one on YouTube. Mm-hmm. If you didn't have a soccer or football field, depending on what part of the world you live in, that's the closest approximation you would do as a kid. Just use your imagination and smack that ball. At the end of time. What are you referring to? Is it a game? It's a long album supposed to represent progressive dementia through music. You got my attention with that premise. At the end of time. Ever at the end of times love recording by the caretaker. And now it's English child musician James Leyland Kirby. Interestingly, this was composed in Krakow in Poland. Started with from online memes. I will definitely check this out. I like how the cover art sort of gives you those Tubular Bells vibes from Mike Oldfield. Ever at the end of time. Alright, I got this here on YouTube, so let me sure I save that in my favorites. I'll put it on later. There you go. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I genuinely wasn't aware that such an album existed. And I'm all about experimental pieces. There is a reason why noise music became so popular 10 years ago. I'm sure I will instantly recognize it then once I hear it. You can't help but feel a deep level of appreciation, sometimes for joke media or material that references like a good medium that you would not hear about otherwise. Missing Alex Kerr, 13 years old. Let's see, July 4th. Hopefully it's not the young man whose room we've seen in the beginning. Otherwise that's gonna have a very grim twist. Also, City 17 much? Why is there a massive skyscraper here? You know what? That's good. You guys remember when all those years ago I did my very first stream of Surreal Games, back when this was known as the Snooze Cruise, because I mostly focused first on games about lucid dreams and what have you not. So the first major feature was 21 the World. I can see some of that DNA in this game. With the almost super basic environments at times, together with flat backgrounds, minimal textures. Who knows? Maybe I should. The only issue is if I actually wanted to enhance the rate of experiencing lucid dreams, I would definitely have to be more diligent about it. I do remember it was like a year or two ago when I tried to set up a routine relying on the most acclaimed techniques, which is reality checks, uh, keeping up a dream journal. The problem is, though, you're gonna have to pretty much adjust your life schedule around all these planned routines, and that's a lot of time and focus. It is so easy to get simply sidetracked by everyday life that you will either lose interest or just start forgetting to follow a regular order. I mean, my dream diary is still there. It's got a couple of entries. The more interesting ones I remembered and recorded it, so that's not going anywhere in case I ever want to hop back in. I can always reach out for it and try to activate those more dormant parts of my brain responsible for experiencing dreams at a more interactive and complex level. But I feel that once we reach a point in our civilization where virtual reality becomes easily accessible and so believable, you'll be able to experience all five of your senses heavily engaged in the process. That will essentially become easily accessible lucid dreams. Hello, my good sir. Just clocking in to the office on a stormy Friday evening. See, that's how you know we advanced in time, because no more of those bulky monitors. We're going flat screen, baby. We those. I actually thought that was speaker for a minute, but then I remembered. Oh, we got phones. Which, by the way, these type of stationary devices literally being faded away from anything else that isn't an office or an emergency service where you just need a hotline. Mobile phones are taking over full force. There's just no need to have a landline anymore at home. The only reason why you still have them as part of your media package is because it's for free. That's literally it. You don't pay a dime for it anymore. They don't know what to do with it. Just throw it away your way and be like, take it, please. Oh, that right there. That right there. We're gonna definitely have to deduct some points for misaligned textures. For shame. The, don't you just love how this one structure is stretched beyond oblivion, and that's why it's semicircle in nature, just to compensate for the source image being too thin to match. I'm amazed Ultra Kill is still going, and you'd think that'd be a finished game at this point, but no. The lad is still going. In a manner of speaking, you are right, Frosty, with the assumption that lucid dreams will always have a randomness factor. At the end of the day, there is only a small part where you can take over and create your own scenario from what your brain originally constructed. In virtual reality, potentially, this is a very lovely artwork, by the way. Like, damn, I love it. This artist, great. This could be the next big FromSoft aesthetic. If they weren't too scared to leave Elden Ring behind for a while. So that means something new. But yeah, as I was saying, with virtual reality, you'd basically be the master of the setting you want to create. I suppose, depending on how complex the programming would be, you could have it
Załatwię to jeszcze przed obiadem.
pre-made some kind of base foundation for you to later adjust. But the idea is like you have total control. Try to describe liminality in Polish. Do we even have an expression in Polish for liminal spaces? Okay, I'm gonna actually go Slavic for a moment as I stumble through words to try and explain my best ability what's a liminal space. Dobra. Sprawa przedstawia się następująco. Liminal space z języka angielskiego. Tradycyjna definicja sprowadza się do miejsca, w którym spędzamy tylko chwilę czasu. Na przykład korytarz, przez który teraz przechodzę. I nie przywiązujemy zbyt dużej wagi do otoczenia. Czasami zostaje się tylko jego fragment naszej wyobraźni. Natomiast internet jako taki przyjął, a raczej stworzył alternatywną definicję miejsca liminalnego. Przyjmijmy takie sformułowanie w języku polskim przez chwilę. I taka przestrzeń ma większą wagę emocjonalną, ponieważ odwołuje się do miejsc, z którym mamy jakiś związek emocjonalny. Na przykład droga, przez którą przechodzimy codziennie wieczorem. Często można zobaczyć zdjęcia nawiązujące do takiego scenariusza, gdzie mamy kawałek drogi. Jest jakiś tam, powiedzmy, lasek z lewej strony, pusta przestrzeń po prawej, jest wieczór, są tam jakieś światła uliczne i mam pewną nostalgię w stosunku do tego miejsca, ponieważ znamy je dobrze, ale teoretycznie za dużo czasu nie spędzamy tutaj w ciągu dnia, ale zostaje w tym naszej pamięci. That's creepy. Anyway, now that I've lost all of you, besides the one actual Polish person in my chat, because I was struggling to say what's liminality in my home tongue. And now we're just straight jumping into the back rooms. Hello, what's going on here? Am I casting a very blocky shadow over this chair? Which can also phase through because screw physical boundaries, I suppose. I have transcended the material. I've seen this technique used a lot in surreal games, and it still gets me every time. Hello, mouse-sized shadow person. Those liminal playground Gmod maps that we checked out during the anniversary showcase were pretty good. Of course, it would not be a liminal area without the classic, the staple, the rooms of pool. And a hyper-realistic picture of a shark, because why not? Big fan of the reflection effect on the tiles. Unironically, when I still used to practice swimming a lot as a kid, and my classes had to be later on in the evening after school. It's probably one of the coolest things about attending a pool room. I was gonna say that picture says a lot about society, and probably does, because the dog just can't afford McDonald's, even though it's out there in the middle of nowhere. And why would there even be a McDonald's here? In a sense, that's kind of what liminal maps are in Gmod. Because with the game, you will have a couple of game mods that are fairly populated, but all the specifically theme maps, those usually tend to be either devoid of people, or there will be one or two enthusiasts hanging around there every day. And you know that person is going to be your tour guide, because they just found literally everything in there worth exploring. TPS report, cover sheet, confidential. I mean, it's not really confidential, it's just hanging around plastered everywhere, now is it? I'm gonna guess I have to interact with that PC because, you know, the singular glowing screen that just screams, look at me. I'm still gonna peep around, see if there's any, you know, Easter eggs. There's no computer here like that. Could these be branching paths? There's also this. Oh, trust me, I will have to early on tomorrow in the morning. What am I looking at? It's like a nuke fell down here. No, this whole place got built specifically so it could film the intro to the first Matrix. Now, while I had the opportunity to work in a couple of office spaces, I've never been to one that had this cubicle kind of arrangement. It's always an open room format where, sure, there's some desks lined around, but people are never really separated by them. Maybe it's a different cultural approach here in the UK. Severance. I feel like I've heard that name before. Oh yeah, this TV show. I did hear a lot of praise for it. And apparently it does get quite surreal as you move on with the plot. Series made by Apple, it's good. I'll keep that in mind. You guys are just throwing possible gold my way tonight. Like, I will have you know I appreciate all the suggestions for good media to consume. Man, you weren't kidding about those clipping elevator doors, Emily. I saw a frame would just bend in a semicircular fashion and was like, what the fuck is happening here? Also, imagine. Imagine going off the slide for a moment. It would be literally a one-in-a-lifetime experience. Actually, we don't even have to imagine. We're going straight down there. Except in the children-sized variant. Whee! Now you're thinking roller coaster tycoon logic. Who the hell put a singularity in my pool? Fair. I mean, it would be a pain in the ass to get back up, but that's why you take the elevator instead. Right, those 100 plus floors back. Yes, Omori is one of those games that is on the backlog, together with Lisa. Two prime examples of extremely popular and well-acclaimed indie games that I still have to get to, basically. Yume Nikki, the OG, loved it. Played Dot Flow, one of the most critically acclaimed fan games of it. Went as far as playing Dream Diary 2, the unofficial slash official sequel, but I didn't like the format all that much. It's pretty streamlined and disappointing. Yeah, this... The more I look at it, the more messed up it is. This should crumble the moment I step on it. Hey, now we're getting some fitting music. Oh. Just that. This might possibly be copyrighted. It depends if it's considered to be public domain. Certainly old enough to You know what? It's still better animated and more soul than a lot of modern day cartoons. It may not look like much, and has a it's very you know, typical of the era it was made in. But you know, there was so many animation cards to be drawn just to make this short one-off cartoon. The classic. The Roadrunner tech of this fake exit is actually a little one. Also, who shut down the large sewer pipe? I did notice that. Okay, we're getting a little grim here for a game about liminality. Which, I'll be honest, this is a first for a video game pertaining to this kind of aesthetic. Like, by their nature, this is supposed to be more lighthearted and invoke positive memories, but now we're sipping into some potentially darker subplot. And then ball pit. Of course, I'm gonna take the teal pipe because it's a good color. No, not the duck. The weird thing about these pipes is you actually have to nudge yourself a little bit before you fall down. It doesn't happen automatically. Also, Squid Game much? Kinda? Sorta? One little thing I do appreciate about this room is how he puts you in scale, so you can imagine you're a grade schooler. Considering your size towards the desk, and then the teacher being ginormous by comparison. So, where do we go from here? Do we jump into the painting, maybe? Can you even? Supposedly a door here. Oh, wait, maybe that's supposed to be the clue. is nice. I'll give him that. Like how you can hear the sounds you making footsteps on the actual surface midair while it's still floating. And while walking in water. I swear, a lot of these games have this weird urge to put an old piece of media as part of the background environment. Also, speaking of cooking, we're going out sim style. Put that stove on and just watch the house burn. John Foster, G. Stallings, Gino Demick, a Van Buren production. What, as in the video game that cancelled? Wait, why do I remember this character? Hold up, now I'm getting, like, flashbacks. I swear I've seen that cartoon cow somewhere before. Maybe it's just the design that got borrowed into a show I watched later on. I mean, it's very simple in principle. Also, I would not exactly be opposed in living in this kind of mobile housing. I'm actually seriously considering buying a property like this. All I need is like a bedroom, a living room with a joint kitchen, and I'm good. Question, why are we living next to a nuclear power plant? You say Chernobyl, but this is more of a Fallout setup. Oh boy, the bloom is really cranking up right now. Well, unless I happen to move into an area with a good internet provider, which some of these mobile housing dedicated areas, at least in London, do happen to be located in more developed areas, just in suburban parts. I mean, there's a chance I could have at least good reception. Good thing we had a conveniently built bunker. I can blame you, Frosty. At that point, I wouldn't be surprised if the game just decided to automatically close off and consider that to be the end of it. Sun is leaking. I feel like I've heard that somewhere, but you're gonna have to refresh my memory. So the thing about Liminal Lane, I'm not sure how I feel about mixing all these darker tones in a game that's supposed to be about exploring liminal environments. It is unusual and unique for sure. I'm just on the fence whether these two concepts match together well. It wouldn't be the first time when a surreal game does mix different motives. The lighthearted with the more serious tones. It's more about how this is marketed. That kind of throws me off a little bit. The guy that made the mod IP fan from playing the mod. Seems like a fun guy to be at parties with. This is like a house I'd expect to see in dusk, with the massive spire protruding from it. Welcome home. Sanitarium. I mean, if I was to come back home, this was my loving, caring wife. What else would I want more from life than a cold can of Monster out of the fridge? Thank you. Thank you. Ooh. Hey now. Baba Yaga. Slavic folklore often depicted as a witch or crone who lives in a hut on chicken legs. Sure is. And now we're going with a synthwave touch. Yeah, we're definitely all over the place. Some of these have an actual name attached to it, so it makes me believe that they were drawn by a real person, but they do have that kind of sort of AI flair, don't they? So, bit of a dodgy territory. Also, I can't believe they ported Liminal Lane to arcades with a steering wheel controller of all things. This is like a neighborhood you would roam around in postal brain damaged in the first level, except a little more grounded. And without a bunch of crazy rednecks trying to shoot you. That is the rug, indeed, yes. Rest in peace, the creator of said rug who recently passed away from it. Yes, he passed away from looking at the rug too much. I realized where I was going with that sentence, so I kind of had to say face. The clip I standing on the church. Who knows? Maybe that's how he decided to go out on his own terms. Enter the world of the carpet of his very own making. The jumping is more floaty here. Also, we are a little human being. It just struck me. Look at that. You are the bean. How to make player model. Create bean. Good job. You ready to become an upstarting video game dev? Look at the sick air movement I got, though. We might be approaching the finale of this game, considering we're getting one of those best of sequences where we're seeing much of the previous areas referenced. Yes, I will watch my giant HD display on my mini couch. I thought we were supposed to be on Liminal lane, not down the memory road. These kind of traditional American environments are a staple for the Dreamcore aesthetic. And then you just slap a bunch of weird shit in the background, like biblically accurate angels. And you got yourself an internet phenomenon. One more house to go before we head to the portal. With the upbeat symphony music playing, that right there, really out of place. Alright then. Just, we'll just move on from that, I suppose. Uh-oh, we're back at the beginning, but the music is more nefarious. Or rather, melancholic. As the old-timey cartoon is now playing on the setup. That is a cozy thing to look out from your bedroom window. Honestly, a perfect area to live in. A little further from the heat of the city. But still close enough to have a couple of neighbors nearby. It's probably where your best friends live too. And you have all this terrain out there to run around and play with. Oh no, it's turning into my house, that wad. I'm very concerned right now. Deeply concerned. These textures feel lifted from some game. You see this bizarre cell shading? That was clearly made with a particular art style in mind. These are not default uni assets for sure. That would be a good guess. Probably on the top of my list too. Aliens were not on my bingo card for the game. And neither was the end sequence coming right after. Alex Karras, so the same person who made the paintings? That I will admit is impressive, if so, because they're definitely a talented artist. And I think the game closed. Either that or it decided to freeze on me. One of the two. Nope, it just froze. Wow. I'm gonna have to agree with Frosty in this one because he is saying what's exactly on my mind. So this game started pretty good and just quickly devolved into too many things going on at the same time. And especially the weird implications of a child getting kidnapped, some murders happening in the background. That never really got expanded upon. It was more there for the sake of, hey, here's some strange, bizarre environments about a liminal game, except they weren't really liminal. The kid was a deaf, by the way, if you didn't notice. I didn't. It was a nice touch, for sure. But, yeah, I'm gonna say, if you're gonna make a game like this, cohesion is a very important aspect of tying it all together. Here, the scope was too ambitious for its own good. Too many motives that didn't feel connected and just thrown in there for the sake of making a surreal experience. Which with a name like that just doesn't work. So, nah, this ain't it, Chief. I mean, I don't regret scooping it because it's still on sale actually, to the 23rd of June, and I paid like maybe half a dollar for it. So, for that price tag, I will say it probably reflects the quality of the game you get in the end. But I probably won't remember this game a week from now. Okay. I don't want to go too long for the night, so we'll do one more bonus game that I had planned. And I think we will wrap up after. Because I definitely do have more interesting games in the lineup, including Ina, Dream Barbecue, which I did plan to check out, but I feel like we can do that. Another Museum of Oddity stream. Now, this next game, I have seen people stream it, but I wanted to avoid spoilers because the premise seemed interesting. It's called Children of the Clay. Or rather, The Children of Clay. By Belas Ronya, if that's how you're supposed to pronounce it. Also March of this year. To overwhelmingly positive reviews. The Children of Clay is a short stop-motion archaeology horror game where you have to study an ancient artifact and discover its dark secret. Sounds intriguing? I am on board. And more importantly, this game is free on Steam. So if you like what you see, you might want to peep it yourself. And just like the previous style, this is also a Unity game. The major factor that really sold me on checking out The Children of Clay was definitely the stop motion aspect of it. I feel like we don't get enough video games with that particular style in mind. It was more of a novelty back in the 90s. A couple of games were made using that specific art style, like Neverhood, which I do hope at some point gets released, say, on GOG, because I would very much like to check out that point and click myself. There is a making of DLC, like a little incentive in case you want to throw money at it. Pretty cheap too. It's like a little over $1. Time is 5 and 40 past 11. I have received another artifact from my old friend, Professor Ordway. He writes again about how he misses working with me out in the field, and his remorse about the accident. I immediately felt a chill down my spine and was once again back in the cave, trapped and hopeless. I compose myself. I need to focus on my work. Time to start the examination. Name, artifact number 297. Site, Kurganbury Marlbound 7B, Earl Mountains. Material clay. Age, unknown. Function, unknown. With a lot of these, you could assume that the purpose is some kind of religious reverence. This feature resembles a human face. Okay, so once you have an icon, you can inspect. Oh, you can turn it around. And that's where the stop motion kicks in. Looks like a metal object embedded in the artifact. It doesn't seem like it is possible to extract it. Maybe I can find out what kind of metal it is. The compass is detecting a magnetic field. Probably from the piece of metal then. Shikra. I don't know what it exactly says here. I don't recognize this language, to be honest with you. Oh. Okay. What you would even look for then? Shikra? I could not find anything relevant. Maybe you gotta look up what comes up during the examination. They seem to be some sort of runes, but I don't recognize the type. Maybe you can find something in my books. The runes. Runes? There we go. An example of Roman runiform writing is a letter U written using different runes. So, Orkan, Rovas, Furdak. We do see the Rovas symbol. So maybe we need to look up Rovas. The Rovas script, or Old Hungarian runes. Ah, so it's Hungarian, or rather Proto-Hungarian. Is a writing system used for writing in the Hungarian language. After the establishment of the Christian Hungarian kingdom, the old writing system was partly forced out of use, and the Latin alphabet was adopted. However, among some professions, the script has remained in use. For example, shepherds use it to track the number of animals. Interesting if true. Old Hungarian letters were usually written from right to left. Right, so we have to use that as a basis for deciphering the message. So this symbol is U. I'm gonna pull up a notepad and write that down as we move on. So we're starting off with U. Then we have what looks like an H, but it's actually an R. So it's upside down cross. D, I think. So it's so far we got Urdu, because I believe the fourth one is the same as the first symbol. And then we got a reverse C, which is N, Urdan, and finally it's like a tilted F. Is it P? Urdump? That'd be... that doesn't make sense. I think that's G. Erdung. Erdung? Oh, there we go. Urdung is a shape-shifting demonic creature from early Hungarian paganism. In pre-Christian beliefs, it ruled the lower world and helped God creating the earth. After Christianization, it was identified with the devil. One of the oldest Urdung myths is recorded on the Ugra tablet, found in the Ural Mountains. Illustration of the devil from the Codex Gigas, 13th century. When is this guy coming into SMT? I'm sure it could craft some fun mythology and design around it. Especially with the shape-shifting nature of it. So yeah, this little fella is supposed to be a representation of a deity slash demon. So my initial belief that it was of some religious significance is not far from the mark. The iron object, and it appears to have some sort of magnetic nature. Oh, do I have to, like, manually? Yep. Well, that's the candle. Now what do we do with this guy? The next logical step will be somehow to yank out the metal object out of it. There's 8 more entries we could put in. We looked at him from every single angle. Is there anything more I can interact with to give us more clues? Curious, this feature resembles a tail. What about... Alright, here we found the inscription. What else? Maybe we have to look up the Ugra tablet? Ugra. Found in the Ural Mountains, the Ugra tablet depicts the legend of a star that fell to earth. And out of the star, the 7 children of Urdun crawled out. According to the legends, the children caused misfortune, sickness, and death to mankind. But the brave Taltosh uses cunning to lure and trap the creatures. Out of the 7 children, only 6 are depicted on the tablet. This could be because of damage, but one hypothesis states that this is evidence for the 7th children being the folk creature Mumush. So that's at least 2 more names I could check out. Big fan of this fella with the antenna head. That right here is just a monster out of Bloodborne. Or the sack heads from Ulasil in the Dark Souls DLC. We're gonna start off with Mumush. The Mumush is an invisible creature that scares children in Hungarian folklore. It is most often associated with darkness, but there is no description of its shape even in the beliefs of other peoples. According to some assumptions, there is no description of its shape anywhere because for everyone it is the embodiment of their own fears. That is a cool legend. That is actually a clever way of scaring kids into behaving themselves, or just a fun tale to pass around the campfire at nights. Oh. Oh. Interesting. Some sort of dark fluid is flowing on the hulls. Can we light it? Oh. Huh. Matches go out on their own. Let's turn it around and see if anything else changed. Looks like the dark fluid loosened a material object. It's a nail. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. Maybe we should toss this thing away. You know? It's getting a little too, it's getting a little too weird here for my taste. It seems to be a nail. What the hell? What was like the purpose of it? What on earth? I should pick up the candle and investigate. Oh. Alright. I didn't expect the game to change perspectives like this. Oh, that is awesome. It's like a first-person point and click now. This is great atmosphere, by the way. The books interest us. You know, it's setting up for a jump scare, though. Oh, I can smell that from... What's that? What's that right here? Huh? I was actually expecting some sort of demon, but that's not that far off when you think about it. More dark stains lead to the left. A collection of Neolithic artifacts. Bronze plaque in the form of human face. Lamavadov statue from the 10th century. That's just Dagoff simplified. Not fooling anyone. Sculpture of unknown origin, found in Siberia. Is that a face? Oh my goodness, that is creepy as all hell. A stone statue from... What is that noise? Oh shit. I stumbled in the darkness, trying to find my way towards the door, and away from that wretched thing. I wish I would my friend to find something. There's a wall here. Now we're gonna navigate through the dark. The air feels colder here. There's a wall here and I feel some sort of moss growing on it. There's a one I feel some sort of moss growing on it. There's a wall here. Alright, well, where do we go from here then? Alright, so I got a base in the text. Is this not where I came from? Maybe. You try telling me. Am I losing my mind? No, this can't be happening. Oh shit. The sanity is slipping away. This can't be real. I remember the matches I keep in my pocket. There's just a single one left. Takes a few seconds before I dare to light it. What's the worst that could happen? I think we might be indeed be trapped, my good sir. Except for the newspaper article titled "The Children of Clay." Just a few months after the disappearance of the esteemed archaeologist and the incident involving a broken artifact, a team working at the remote site in the Urals has made an astonishing discovery. A previously unknown underground chamber containing a dozen similar clay figures has been discovered. They are already in contact with several universities across the globe to further study them. That was great. Like, genuinely, I have nothing but praise. Short, sweet, great atmosphere, awesome visuals, lovely atmospheric soundtrack to accompany what's going on. And yeah, nothing but praise. For a free game? You nail it. Originally made for Cosmic Horrors Gem, free in 2024. I didn't know that was a thing. Well, I mean, I could stop here, but we know there's a dozen more entries in the journal that you can find. And there is an achievement for it, actually. Let's see if we can knock out more of them. So you do start off with from scratch. I wonder if we can just put that in immediately. Yes. So Erdung is one of them. Then you put runes. I'm gonna guess you can check all three types. So let's go with Orcon. Rovas, so the one we looked at earlier. What else do we have? So Ergen, Erdung, let's see that again. Maybe Gygus, as in the Codex. Right, Yugra tablet. So we did see Mumush, but there is also Teltosh. That one we haven't checked. Taltosh, rather. Taltosh and Mumush. So Mumush we did check. According to folk tradition, Taltosh is a person with supernatural power. A Taltosh was born with teeth, a sixth finger, or additional bones. The most important ability of a Taltosh is a meditation and spiritual trance. In this state, they could heal wounds and sickness or learn hidden truths by saying their soul amongst stars. What the fuck? I didn't know Hungarian lore went this hard. Like, genuinely, make use of these entities in more video games. And this is still only halfway into the entries, so I wonder what else I could look up. Children? Furtherk, maybe? You can type them in, but it won't give you anything. We did try a Shik already, didn't we? Yeah. Siberia? Or maybe Ural is in the mountains? Oh yeah, there you go. The Ural Mountains, or simply the Urals, are a mountain range in Eurasia that runs north-south from the coast of the Arctic Ocean to northwestern Kazakhstan. A fragment von Herbenstein's map. So we gotta think of like relevant entries, of which there are still 4. Pottery is the process of forming objects with clay and other raw materials, which are fired at high temperatures to give them a hard and durable form. It is one of the oldest human inventions, originating before the Neolithic period, with ceramic objects dating back to 29,000 to 25,000 before Christ. And god damn, is she built like a mother. Woo! Alright guys, we're 2/3 through the entries. So there's still 3 more that we could try and research. Neolithic. I'm trying to think of what we could use as a guideline. Codex, maybe? No. Liquid? I don't necessarily want to look this up to spoil everything. But unless you're meant to put in more things based on how you go about the game later, it feels like everything could be worked through by just this initial inspection of the figure. Alright, I think I'm gonna look at the guide. Because we're missing only 2 achievos, essentially. I wasn't really missing all that much. So, another term we can put in is metal. The US archaeological support of smelting, hot metallurgy, is dated around 6,000 to 5,000 BC. The most common metals found on archaeology sites are iron, copper, lead, tin, zinc, and their alloys. Because iron is magnetic, it can be easily distinguished from the rest. And that would lead us to iron, I imagine. Yep. The earliest known ironwork is dated from 3,500 BC, made from meteoric iron. There are 2 main types of ironwork: wrought iron or cold iron, and cast iron. Cold iron has a long and varied tradition in mythology and folklore of the world. And there you have it, that's all the pages. So like I said, this could all be worked out just from this intro sequence. Cold iron is historically believed to repel, contain, or harm ghosts, fairies, witches, and other malevolent supernatural creatures. This belief continued into later superstitions in a number of forms. Alright, now we have only 1 Chivo. I think you have to do that from the very beginning, though. Which I'm surprised I didn't get yet, but... Let's see. So I'm gonna turn this bugger twice, and then... something's supposed to happen here, besides, what we've seen. Am I doing this right? Oh, right, it's something else. So, we gotta go here. And then apparently I have to wait here. Yep. I'm surprised that it came out earlier, because I did focus the lens for a bit, but maybe not long enough. But there you have it. There's all the Chivos acquired. Man, can't believe I 100% 2 games tonight on stream. How wild is that? That's more than I've done over the past couple of years, I want to say. Maybe I should stream more compact titles. It's gonna really improve my achievement acquisition ratio. Anyway, this gets a 2 thumbs up from me just because what a neat little idea for a video game. Quite unique too. I don't remember anything other from immediate memory that went with a concept like that, and it's executed quite nicely. So yeah, if you like what you see, well, you already see me stream the game, but there is a making of DLC, which doesn't cost all that much. Looking behind the scenes of the development of Children of Clay, see early designs, and learn about how the artifact and stop-motion animations were created, which is always a fun treat, watching stop-motion come to life. If you join the game and wish to support the developer, you can do so by purchasing this making of DLC. One spot you can open it from the main menu of the game. I will very much consider it. Anyway, well, we got a 2 out of 3 success rate tonight, which is still not bad at all. I mean, not everything is gonna be, you know, an absolute banger, but I think I found some solid material here. I mean, I'm definitely gonna keep an eye out on Aleph, the sequel to CODA. So we might have another potential material. Oh, hello there. I have surreal liminal space exploration type demo next to this, if you're into that type of stuff at all. Yeah, dude, if you want to throw the name out so I can check it out in a next stream. Project Structure 01. Let me look that up real quick. Where is it available? Oh, Steam. There you go. Let me put that in. Project Structure 01. It's part of Next Fest. It's coming out this year. This Harkonnen. Nice Dune reference there. Teehee. First-person exploration game focusing on atmosphere and exploration of surreal liminal spaces that feature brutalist architecture. Well, I do have to say that from the screenshots alone, I am getting throwbacks to Control because that game really loved its gargantuan architecture. So I am interested. I will be following this project. The writer took my family name from the phone book because he thought it was Russian, so it's cool. It's Finnish name actually. A neat little backstory, but yeah, man. Thank you for throwing that out. I will keep an eye on it, and the next time we do a Museum of Oddities stream, I will have this in mind when I have a couple of other games I want to check out. Very fortunate of you to drop by. Pretty much last minute was about to close up for the night, but thank you for stopping by regardless. It's always nice to see a new face coming around and interacting. No problem at all, man. All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Also, thank you for the follow, Apterus. And yeah, I'll try to go back to more regular streaming once I'm done with my major work project, which should happen at the midpoint. So thinking like Wednesday onwards. So we're looking at potential next stream. I wanna say maybe Thursday, Friday, but it all really depends how my schedule works out. And depending on what day I go live, is gonna be either Hexen 2, or if I happen to go on the weekend, probably Morrowind, because we'll have more time to get more stuff done in game. So yeah, that's essentially the plan for our next session. Well, wouldn't you know, our good old friend Running Wild is playing Heavy Rain, a game that is near and dear to my heart because it made for one of the most random and also fun playthroughs of this channel. So I will definitely support my lad in the David Cage appreciation. Alright, guys. See you again soon, and let's say hi to